What's going on, people? Today we're taking a look at the best old school BMW M3s to ever come out of Germany. From humble beginnings to racing prowess, we're taking a deep dive into the legendary 3 Series and giving each of them a VIN rating. If you agree or disagree with this list, let us know down in the comments. Do hit like if you like videos like this and hit subscribe as well to stay up to date with more videos coming in the future. With that said, let's get on with the video. BMWs are fast-driving machines. When you think of the company BMW, you probably think of the BMW M3, and that's a fact. Ever since the late 80s, BMW has captivated the motoring world, and to prove this, we are going to be listing the best M3s the German-based brand has produced over the last 38 years. It'll be hard trying to rank these wonderful machines, but I have a feeling that by the time this video is done, you'll be much more well informed as to which one is your favorite, and which one you might buy in the future. Let's dial it back to 1986. BMW were getting absolutely spanked by Mercedes in the German Touring Car Championship, also known as the DTM series. This is where German manufacturers competed with each other to see if they had what it takes to develop the fastest car, period. The higher-ups at BMW were absolutely not impressed in the slightest. The Mercedes boys were absolutely wiping the floor with them, with the Mercedes-Benz 190e 2.3 16 valve. Yes, that is what they called it. Don't ask why. So what did they do? They called upon their motorsport division, handed them a 3 Series, and basically threw the whole car away. The E30 M3 was designed to be a race car first and a road car second. If certain parts didn't make the car go faster, they were thrown away. BMW took the heavy inline 6 from the M1, chopped off 2 cylinders and made the inline 4. After much chop and change, all but 3 panels remained of the new car, and in just 2 weeks, oh my god, a working prototype was ready. The new car featured a 2.3 inline-4 engine producing roughly 192 brake horsepower, a wider body kit, better steering racks for more precision handling, upgraded suspension, and a 50-50 weight distribution with a limited slip diff. It was clear that BMW were not messing around, and made the E30 as track-focused as humanly possible. The 0 to 60 was a modest 6.3 seconds, and its top speed was 146 miles per hour. Not lightning paced by today's standards, but this car was all about how it handled, and handled it did. Despite this, there was a problem: homologation. BMW needed to produce 5,000 of these bad boys to be able to race in the GTM series. So after its reveal in 1985 at the Frankfurt Motor Show, production went underway in 1986. With a total of over 15,000 cars produced over the next 6 years. Prices started at £22,750 or £73,000 in today's money adjusted for inflation. Not bad considering well-maintained examples are being listed for well over £70,000, and some Evolution models are breaching the 150k mark, which is absolutely insane. BMW went on to win the 1987, 89 and 1990 championships, and after 1990, BMW decided it was time to call it quits and moved on to other forms of motorsport, eventually returning to the sport in 2012. The E30 M3 remains the absolute pinnacle in analog performance motorsport. It took a regular old saloon that was slow and dull and made it better in every way possible, rewriting the rulebook for the fast saloons in the process. The E30 M3 was further upgraded by the introduction of the Evo 1, Evo 2 and Sports Evolution models, and remains a symbol of BMW's dedication to building fast cars on the track for everyday use. They didn't invent anything, they just made the existing car really good. The E30 M3 scores a solid 8 VIN rating.
There it is. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.
Following up from the E30 M3 in 1992, BMW wanted a second generation M3 for the market. Despite it having massive shoes to fill, the E36 M3 represented fast motorsport heritage, but with a more blended and redefined approach. Whilst the E30 was a track car for the road, the E36 offered a balance of track performance and daily usability. Starting off as a coupe for the European market, the E36 M3 took the inline 4 from the E30 and reattached the 2 cylinders, resulting in a 3-litre inline 6. This produced 286 brake horsepower and it was bored out to 3.2 liters, and a vanless variable valve timing kit was added to produce a whopping 321 brake horsepower in some variants. It was also the first ever M3 to be offered with an automatic transmission, along with 5-speed and eventually 6-speed variants. 0 to 60 happened in a very respectable 5.4 seconds in European spec and maxed out at an electronically limited top speed of 155 mph. A standard equipment range was also introduced with creature comforts such as dual-zone climate control, lightweight alloy wheels, heated power mirrors, cruise control, and a Harman Kardon audio system. BMW really wanted to sell this car as the best of both worlds. Got a business meeting at 3 PM and a night race at 7. With the E36 M3 you could do both and not compromise on anything. The E36 did follow in its older brother's footsteps and competed in the GT Championship, Touring Car Championship, and winning the ISMA GT Championships in 96 and 97. Not as rich as the E30 M3, but definitely checks off the racing pedigree checkbox. Further additions were released like the E36 Lightweight and Evolution, cementing its place as one of the top performance saloons of the late 90s. This generation of M3 does everything right. Rather than just being a race car for the road, it provides the ultimate racing feel without the hassle of being a solely track-focused car. Prices aren't too bad either. On release, they were £33,000 to £35,000 or £65,000 to £75,000 adjusted for inflation. And in today's money, £35,000 is good enough to get you a 1996 model with under 40k miles on the clock. Great value for money. Granted that they did sell over 71,000 of them. Praised by purists and journalists alike, this iteration of the M3 will forever be held as one of the best performance saloons of its era. The E36 M3 scores a respectable 7 VIN rating. If you're enjoying the video, let me know down below. And what's your favorite old school Beamer? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now back to the video. The new millennium had everyone buzzing, and BMW were figuring out ways to keep the M3 at the top of the super saloon mountain. The market wanted more, so the German automaker set out by taking the already great E36 M3 and turning the dart to 11. In October of 2000, at the Paris Motor Show, the E46 M3 was unveiled to the world. Under the bonnet was the legendary naturally aspirated 3.2-litre inline-6 engine as seen in the last generation. However, this iteration produced 383 brake horsepower and 365 Nm of torque, making it the most powerful M3 at the time. Redlining at an astounding 8,000 RPM, this generation of M3 blew everyone's mind, and rightfully so. Features included individual throttle bodies, double vanless variable valve timing, and a lightweight aluminium block, as well as aluminium suspension and lightweight alloy wheels. Zero to 60 was dealt with in an impressive 4.8 seconds with a top speed of 155 mph. This variant, similar to the original E30, was offered in two body styles, coupe or convertible, with a glorious 6-speed manual transmission or the rather controversial sequential manual, or SMG for short. The SMG provided quicker shifts. However, it was hailed as clunky and incredibly unreliable. Needless to say, what the SMG lacked in practicality, the 6-speed manual more than made up for it in pure driving sensation. The design was a step up too. In came flared wheel arches, front bumper air intakes, and aluminium bonnets, and probably the best quad exhaust setup applied to any car ever. Prices started at £47,000 or £87,000 in today's money adjusted for inflation. And £38,000 will get you a 2004 manual example with 25,000 miles on the clock. Not a lot considering the pedigree of the car. After the regular M3 came the M3 CSO, which included a carbon fiber roof, reduced soundproofing, and an enhanced throttle response resulting in an immense weight reduction of 108 kilos. Power was also increased to 360 brake horsepower, and it had a revised SMG gearbox, making it a true evolution of the existing car. But there's one BMW we didn't mention, and that is the mighty M3 GTR. It had a monstrous 4-litre V8 developing an astounding 493 brake horsepower, which was created to race in the 2001 ALMS GT Championship to challenge fellow German rivals Porsche, where it won 7 out of 10 races, clinching the title in the process. However, their victory was short-lived. Homologation rules required BMW to produce road-going examples of their race car. They did follow through on this, but only produced a mere 10 examples. This resulted in protests from the other teams, claiming their production numbers were too small, and in 2002, the regulations were changed, effectively banning the M3 GTR from competing unless its production numbers increased. BMW refused this and ultimately withdrew from the racing series entirely.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
Despite this, the E36 M3 will always resonate with owners and purists alike. The ability to put down a lot of power whilst maintaining control and looking pretty at the same time makes this generation truly one of the all-time greats. The E36 M3 scores a brilliant 8.5 VIN rating. And there we have it, folks. The best old school M3 as rated by the Vintage VINs team is the E46 generation, closely followed by the E30 and then the E36. Let us know in the comments which generation you think is the best. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more epic car content. Until next time, drive safe and stay fast. Vintage VINs out.